Hey guys, it's Aaron. Welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. If you are in the chat, let me know if you can hear me, please. I usually do not go live this late during the week because I know I'm competing for airtime, but I could not wait until tomorrow to share this with you guys, okay? So we're going to get into some things. If you're in the chat, like I said, let me know if you can hear me. Tonight we are drinking just a little bit of wine, child. All right, we are sipping. And for those who do decide to join, thank you so much because there are so many other live streams that you could be watching, but you decided to drop by the house, and I do appreciate that. All right. And so, great. Everybody is here and they can hear me. Thank you so much. And so, you guys, I wanted to drop by and kind of talk about this news that I didn't heard about because it's kind of looking like all of the ladies' friend or peach holder is coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 14. Okay. And so I'm going to wait for a couple of more people to get into the chat. I'm not going to hold you guys for that long. I just want to share this information with you guys. I want to get some opinions. I also want to talk about Porsha mentioning Nene on Twitter last night. I want to go over some things regarding Kandi Speak on it. And so it's going to be really quick, but super informative. And so it's going to be a really, really good live. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. If you guys like the live, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And let's get straight into the video. All right, you guys. So y'all already know what the hell we talking about. You see the title of the video, breaking. Everyone asked back for RHOA season 14, question mark. Okay. And you're probably wondering, what in the hell are you talking about? Because you guys, we've talked at length about who's going to be asked back and who's going to be fired and this, that, and the third, right? We've talked about Miss Porsha, who is thinking about quitting the show. Okay. We've talked about Kandi, okay, Miss Kandi Burrs Tucker, and how she is always contemplating leaving the show. We've mentioned LaToya possibly being fired because we've read, things from Tamara Tattles and other bloggers saying that she most likely will not be asked back. We've also talked about Kenya and how the network is having a conversation about how she fits into the show now that her husband nor her child is able to appear. We've mentioned how Fallon Guabadia, the guest from this past season, is possibly going to fall to the wayside because she is now getting a divorce. Bless her heart. And then we've also mentioned the possibility of maybe Cynthia being fired. Not because she's moving to LA or anything, because she said on the show that her and her man are staying in Atlanta, child. Okay, she wants to keep her peach, but just because Cynthia is just a little bit boring, right? So we've gone over all of these possibilities, and now I have reason to believe that all of the ladies will be asked back. So, of course, I'm getting this information from the Peach Report Daily via Twitter. If you are not following the Peach Report Daily, I don't know what the hell is you doing. Okay, it is 2021. Go ahead and make you a Twitter account and follow the Peach Report Daily. They wrote a tweet about LaToya. Okay, so this tweet that I'm about to read is about LaToya Howard. And they said, my underrated reunion MVP, part 2 and part 3 were those is where those fireworks are at. If she decides not to return, I'll be bummed out for sure. Hashtag RHOA. Okay. So key phrase, if she decides not to return, which basically alludes to the fact that LaToya was asked back. Okay. This is according to them, not me. I want to preface this by saying I cannot verify or confirm any of this information. I can only repeat the information. Okay. So they said that about LaToya. I believe that was earlier today or last night, if I'm not mistaken. And then, you guys, someone responded to that tweet, which prompted me to go live right now. Let me go ahead and put it up, child. Okay, we're going to remove that. And so a fan responded to that and said, So you admitted the choice is up to LaToya. Okay, basically saying, LaToya was asked back. Now it's in LaToya's hands. And the Peach Report Daily responds and says, they're all being asked back. Okay, I'm going to repeat that one more time. According to the Peach Report Daily on Twitter, they say that all of the ladies are being asked back to film season 14. All right, so there you have it. I can't confirm this information. I can only repeat it. And so only time will tell. We do know that the season does resume this summer, June, July-ish. But according to them, they're all being asked back. Now, the real question is in what capacity, right? If they're all being asked back, what capacity are they being asked back as, right? Are some of the peach holders going to be demoted? Are some of the friends going to be promoted? Right? Are we going to get new girls? Like, what's going to happen? If they all, are being asked back, it depends on, in what capacity. And it also depends on if they accept their contract. All right. Someone says, you and Binge-Worthy are live at the same time. Yes, I know. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to make y'all pick and choose. But I did not want to wait till tomorrow to do this. And so, yes, Jared is saying, I hope not. They need a cash shakeup. There has been so many rumors and bloggers talking about, RHOA's gonna, have a major cash shakeup, which still might be the case, you guys. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you some possibilities of what might happen, but I still think it's possible for RHOA to have a cash shakeup for next season. So here is what I think, or here's what I think should happen. Here's what I feel like. If they are all being asked back, here is what I think they should be asked back to do. Okay. I think Kandi and Cynthia, and y'all already know what I'm going to say, should be fired, number one. Okay. But since they are being asked back, according to the Peach Report Daily, I think Kandi and Cynthia should be demoted to friend status. Okay. They should pull an Eva and a Sheree and a Nene on Kandi and Cynthia and demote those two, because I just kind of feel like y'all really not doing much. Okay. It's not giving what it was supposed to give. I love these two women. I think they're beautiful. Okay. I think they're smart, intelligent, gorgeous, business women, very entertaining in their own right. They gave us so many great reality TV moments. However, you don't do it for me no more, Kandi and Cynthia. And so I feel like since they are going to be asked back, those two should be demoted. Now, I think Shamia should be promoted. Okay. I think Shamia should get a peach. I think LaToya should get a peach. And I think Marlo should get a peach. Okay. And I'll tell you why. I think Shamia should get a peach because I don't know. I never really seen it for Shamia like that. However, this season really kind of opened my eyes up to her. And I just kind of feel like she seems really interesting. I love how she is ride or die for her bestie, Miss Porsha. She has a beautiful daughter. It seems like she has a really nice husband, a really cool, home life. And so I want to get to know Shamia on a deeper level. And so I feel as though Shamia should join as a full-time peach holder. And not to mention, she did contribute to some of the drama this season. Like, she was very involved, right? We know Shamia was very involved in season 9, and she's been very involved in season 13, and I love it. Now, I do know in the past, she was offered a contract to be a peach holder, and she did not take them up on the offer because her husband was like, absolutely not. Okay. We know how the husbands feel about the show. They'll call you gay. They'll say you're cheating. Okay. They're saying you're doing this, that, and the third, being in places you ain't got no business, being at. Oh, I saw him at the strip club. They love to drag the men on this show. And so I could understand why Shamia's husband, wouldn't want to do the show. However, if Shamia is asked back, I would love for her to be promoted as a peach, and I think she should take the peach. I think LaToya should get a peach only because, I haven't been the biggest fan of LaToya. I was here for her in the beginning of the season, and then as it went on, I was just like, ugh. Okay, you're clicking down, sis. However, I think she should get a peach because I would love to see Latoya's life, beyond just the drama that she has with the girls, because she is a mother and she is dating her, boyfriend and whatnot. And so I would love to see just more of her. Not to mention that Latoya definitely worked her ass off for a peach for season 14. And so I would like to see Latoya get that peach. And then, of course, Marlo has been putting in work for a decade. Okay. She has been putting in the work for a decade, starting drama with Nene and Kenya and Porsha. And the list goes on and on and on, and giving us one-liners and gifs and memes. Don't y'all think it's about time Marlo get that peach? I mean, I'm just saying. All right. And then I think Porsha should keep her spot if she decides to stay. I think Drew should keep her spot if she decides to stay. And I think Kenya should keep her peach if she decides to stay. Now, that leaves us with Fallon. I think Fallon should upgrade from guest to friend. And I think Phaedra should upgrade from non-existent to guest of the show next season. All right. So that is what I would like to see if all the ladies are asked back and if they decide to come back. So what do you guys think about this in the comments down below? Let's see. Prosperity Thick Girl 40 says she got damn sure can get more than $1,000 an episode. I mean, I agree. I feel like $1,000 an episode is just not cutting it. Okay. Especially for the drama that you was bringing, Latoya. Like, you claiming that you're, taking credit for the drama this season. You should have been getting more than that. Netta says Andy ain't letting it go. I'd be surprised if she gets a peach. Okay. Tess Morocco says give us Shady Faye. I agree. And I think it's a possibility that Phaedra might become a guest. Okay. We might see Fallon become a friend, and then we gonna bump Phaedra up to a guest. She might get a scene or 2 or 3. Maybe she can do some one-on-ones with Porsha and, I don't know, some of the other girls. Let's see. What is y'all talking about? Richie says Latoya is growing. Her shade is becoming solid, and her accent is everything, honey. Yeah, because when Latoya came out in last night's reunion, she was killing Drew. Like, Drew could not get a word in, and Latoya had already shaded the girl 5 times and then 5 times over. So I was just like, okay, is Latoya the new shade assassin? Let's see. Keisha says Latoya could definitely get a peach. She definitely adds something to the show. She also says, do you think Kandi and Kenya are trying to campaign for Fallon to get a peach? I definitely think Kenya was campaigning for Fallon to get a peach. But to be honest, I don't know if Fallon really worked for it. Her personality to me is a bit on the boring side. And then I also kind of feel like with her going through this separation with her husband, I don't know if they're going to give her that peach. Okay. I don't know. Richie says Shamia is boring. What? I don't agree. Bria says Shamia does not need a peach. What is y'all talking about? Jasmine says I agree, but Marlo keeps denying the offers. I don't believe that to be true. I don't think Marlo has ever been offered a full-time peach role. All right. So yes, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we will see. Again, just to wrap it up, according to the Peach Report Daily, all of the women are being asked back for season 14. Now, let's move right along. Very quickly, I want to talk about Porsha mentioning Nene on Twitter. So let me go ahead and put her tweet up on the screen. I thought that this was really interesting. I love to see our queens supporting each other. Okay, you guys, look at this. Look at this. A random fan went to Twitter and said, Porsha inheriting her big sister's reunion seat. You love to see it, child. Hashtag RHOA. Hashtag RHOA reunion. And of course, we know Porsha was in Nene's seat. Everybody knows, Nene always sat next to Andy on the right side of each reunion because she always had the most drama. And, now that Nene's not there, Porsha has to fill in those shoes, child. Porsha ended up responding to that fan's tweet and said, "Yes, Queen Nene." Okay, we love to see it. Speaking of Nene, I believe Nene's aunt passed, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm getting that right. And so let's send Nene some good vibes. Okay, let's go ahead and send her some good vibrations because she's kind of going through it at this current moment. Along with all the other drama that's been going on in her life. And so definitely say a quick prayer for Nene tonight. All right. Moving right along. Let's see. I also wanted to get into some things when it comes to Miss Kandi Burruss Tucker. Okay. I think this is the last thing we're going to talk about before we get on out of here. Because Kandi is clicking down to me as well. I don't know what the hell is going on with her. I kind of feel as though, she's been so boring and so dry this entire season. And now she wants to go on, speak on it, and really act like a big, tough, bad guy. And I'm just like, Kandi, what are you doing? You look and sound so ridiculous. Okay, Kandi really does look silly. Okay, Kandi looks silly because I'm like, girl, why are you so upset? Y'all, she did her speak on it last night with Don Juan, basically recapping the part 1 of the season 13 reunion. And it just seemed like she was so upset and she was triggered and she really wasn't here for it. And she was just going on these rants. And I was just like, I'm not really understanding where she's coming from. So let me go ahead and put this picture up of Kandi. And this might be one of the reasons why she's upset. Okay, I think one of the reasons why she's upset is because she decided to really dress as this dungeon mistress and everyone else was in ball gowns looking sickening. Meanwhile, she's in a Halloween costume. I mean, I'm just saying, speaking of, the Native American costumes and whatnot, Kandi ain't too far from it with this Halloween, costume she got going on. Cause honey, it's going to be a no for me. I love the fact that, she took a very unique approach, but that bang is so frumpy. Okay. It's giving me Claudia Fold Up Bob 3.0. I wasn't here for it. So that's probably the first reason why she was mad at the reunion. Also during the speak on it with Don Juan, we had Kandi, being very upset because a lot of things were edited out. Okay, she was upset because they cut out a lot of stuff. They cut out a lot of her speaking parts. Apparently, she had a lot of parts where she was going back and forth with Drew Sidora, the new housewife on the show, and she was upset about it. And I'm just like, Kandi, did you really think that everything was going to be included? Okay, y'all film for 12 hours and they can only show 3 of the 12 hours. And so, of course, they're going to edit out a lot of irrelevant moments. Okay. And it just so happens that Kandi is a part of a lot of irrelevant moments. It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. We had Claudia Jordan a couple of days ago talking about some Nene is irrelevant. Well, I don't think Kandi's irrelevant, but I think a lot of the times on this show, she is. Because I think she's just mad because she's a non-factor. In the words of Evelyn Lozada, you're literally all the way on the end. Everybody knows when you're all the way on the end, we're not really checking for you, okay? Andy's not checking for you. Production ain't checking for you. You really didn't have that much going on this season. And Kandi was really upset in his speak on it because they cut out a lot of her parts. Girl, you're not that interesting. So what did you guys think about that? No Doubt says Bravo gonna surprise them in Turks and Caicos with a Nene surprise. That would be very entertaining. Let's see. April says it's time for Kandi to go. Sharon says Aunt Kandi needs to relax. Okay. No Doubt says it's too early for contracts. That is not true. The reunion has been over with for a couple of weeks now. Okay, and they start filming in about a month and a half. It is not too early for contracts. All right. So let's see. Someone says, why Kandi did speak on it at the reunion? Girl, bye-bye. Jesus says Nene did post a bikini shot today. I don't know. I really don't see Nene being on the new spinoff series, but anyways. So yeah, Kandi was upset because they cut out a lot of her parts. She also went on to say that she does not believe Ralph. We saw last night at the reunion that Ralph basically, kept with the same story with he wasn't with anyone in Tampa, right? He just went there to go to the beach because that's his safe haven and his refuge and whatnot. And I don't really like the beach, so I don't understand it. However, that's him. And Kandi was so adamant about the fact that, oh, there's no way he could have been there by himself. And I think he's lying. And you really mean to tell me that, he passed all of these beaches to do this and to do that. And it's just like, why do you care? Like, it's not your husband. Like, and it wasn't just Kandi questioning Ralph and what he was doing in Tampa. It was like she thought that, I guess, Ralph got away with murder or something like that. Like she was saying how back in the day they used to drag the men, and she feels like Ralph didn't really get a good dragging. Okay, y'all get where I'm coming from? And she seemed, Kandi seemed very disappointed that Ralph just, I guess, wasn't held accountable in the way that she feels like he should have been. And for me, it's like, okay, I guess I kind of understand that. But at the same time, why do you care so much? Because during the season, if I'm not mistaken, Kandi didn't say 2 words about Ralph nor Tampa during the season. So what's the big deal? Okay, I'm just a little bit confused at the situation. So she did not believe Ralph's story about Tampa, which a lot of people didn't, but y'all, she was going in. Okay, you need to watch the speak on it. And then she also called Drew a liar. Okay, when Kenya decided to clap back at Drew and Porsha about the Native American costume that she wore during Halloween, and Kandi speak on it, Kandi called Drew a liar because we did see how Drew was trying to explain the situation and say that they were honoring their ancestors and whatnot. And Kandi sat on her speak on it and was like, no, baby girl, that was a Halloween costume and you're lying. And I was like, wow, Kandi really does not like Drew. It's really interesting. Shout out to Classy and Bougie for the super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's see what y'all talking about. QK says Kandi brought Bolo. Yeah, that's basically all you did. Okay, you brought dick in a box. Let's see. Hilda says Kandi, Kenya, and Cynthia is the cash shakeup. Okay, Lala says Ralphie and Drew are lying about the whole thing. I don't think there was a Tampa. Well, technically, this whole Tampa situation happened before filming even began. So why would they lie about something beforehand? I don't get that. I have been hearing that all over social media, like, oh, they're trying to play up this whole Tampa thing. And I don't think they're playing it up. I think Bravo and the producers played it up. It's like Bolo. They played this whole thing up. So I don't think Drew is lying about this. I don't know. Kandi is mad because no one liked her outfit. Ooh. Now she's on the campaign Bravo cut out her parts, right? Didi says, leave that man alone, Kandi. He is not as whipped as Toddy Boy over there. Yikes. Okay, yikes. Toria says Kandi needs to worry about Todd spending all of her money. Y'all is really going in. A shout out to all 422 of you. Okay. Sharon Mitchell says Kandi low-key hates Drew and Porsha, and that's exactly where I'm going with this. I'm so happy you said that, Sharon. Kandi low-key hates Drew and Porsha. And you can just see it. It's like Kandi really holds back when it really comes to them being on camera and giving Drew and Porsha the business. Like, she's not gonna really step to them in person. Well, Kandi did step to Drew on the finale. But it just seems like she is very passive in person. And then behind closed doors, she gives her true feelings on Porsha and Drew. And to me, I just don't like it. It just contributes to the narrative, in my opinion, that Kandi is fake. Okay. And I'm not trying to hate on Kandi. I'm not trying to bulldoze Kandi. I'm not, trying to talk bad about Kandi, but this is just how I see it. It's my opinion. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Tess says Kandi is so sneaky behind the scenes. I feel she's very sneaky. She's not forthcoming. She's very passive. Kandi's one of those people, she'll smile in front of your face and then talk shit about you behind your back. That's my opinion. Let's see. Was there anything else we needed? Yes, there was. So last but not least, I did want to mention this BLM scene once again that was deleted. Okay. Kandi's going to talk about this and go into detail about Porsha's IG live, where Porsha claimed that she never dogged Kandi out. Kandi's going to respond to that whole Instagram live in an upcoming speak on it very soon. Okay, if she hasn't already, I got to go ahead and check her YouTube channel. And so, of course, when she talks about that, we're going to be here on the House of Aaron to, give you guys the tea. But I don't know. I'm just not really feeling Kandi at this current moment. Okay. And if I was wearing that outfit, I wouldn't feel myself either. Lisa says Kenya needs to stop commenting on other wives' husbands. Ew. Shout out to Classy and Bougie again for the super chat. She says Kandi don't like Drew now because she's friends with Porsha. Kandi is fake. Ding, 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 ding. Good answer. Let's see. Antoinette says, why is it important that Ralph left for 3 days? Since when does Kandi get to decide how mad and how long another woman should be mad at her husband? That's exactly what I was thinking. Like on the show, we see her saying, it's not for me to buy. We hear Andy ask Kandi, do you buy Ralph's story? And Kandi says it's not for me to buy, which is the complete 100% true. And now on the speak on it, we see her being so bothered that he went to Tampa for 3 days. And I'm like, okay. Kristen says, I was saying that today. Todd's spending all Kandi money, and that's why she needs to sneak money with BLM specials so Todd can get a check. Y'all are so terrible. Y'all are so terrible. Someone in the comments said Kandi looked good. Her reunion look was cute. Okay. Shed Pearl says Kandi is not combative. However, it is not Kandi's job to protect Porsha. Yeah, I don't think it's her job to protect Porsha. I don't think she should protect Porsha. I think Kandi should protect herself. But I think Kandi, to me, it's like this passive attitude, this passive personality of you not really saying or do nothing or tipping no boat during the season. And then all of a sudden, when you get around other people that you feel more comfortable around, you want to chat, and talk. Okay? You want to do this, but you're not pulling up and posting up. Y'all remember that? Jared says, you never win when you play dirty, honey. You can never win. Okay. All right, you guys. So that's all that I pretty much have for you guys today. Again, if you guys liked the live, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. I will see you guys tomorrow with a whole new video. Okay, y'all know we have a lot to talk about tomorrow, child. Okay, y'all need to go back to my page. I want everyone right now, after this live goes off, to go back to my page and watch the video on Kenya and Cynthia's new spinoff special. Okay, their new show that they're filming in Turks and Caicos as we speak. I also talk about the Oscars 2021 and Holly Berry's horrible Bob. And then we get into some things when it comes to Caitlyn Jenner and Kim Kardashian, okay? Caitlyn Jenner is running for governor, and we don't want to see it. So, yes. Oh, and click the links down in my description box. We are promoting celestesnest.net, who is our sponsor. Y'all know this right here is my favorite product on the website. It is the green tea and lemon body butter. Okay, this leaves your skin so silky and so freaking smooth. And of course, they have all types of soaps on the websites. This one is the new one that I just got. It is lemongrass, I think. Smells amazing, you guys. Okay, they smell amazing. They look amazing. They're made with all natural ingredients. And whenever you hop into the shower, honey, it's gonna get you nice, right, and clean. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. And don't forget to create a great night. Bye, you guys.